Hello everyone and welcome to GamerPod episode 5. I am once again joined here with Matt and Aaron as per usual, and today we're gonna just jump straight into it and we're gonna bring up the first topic of what do you think about pre-orders. So when you pre-order something, it usually comes with DLC and random goodies, but does it really justify the extra cost, or is there any reason to pre-order?
Can I firstly say that was a splendid job on starting this thing?
Yes, thank you.
Like,
It's rare. We don't usually have that
Well,
such a
not-
professional start.
not even just that. I mean, the fact that we're currently at 49 seconds rather than 10 minutes is just nice. That's nice.
Hey, look, we're already at a topic. That's interesting.
I want to
How
admire
did we do that? How did we do that?
Okay,
I don't know.
And here we are,
DLC.
not talking about the comic.
pre-ordering.
Yeah.
Oh god, we this is second attempt. This is attempt number 2. So basically, what
Yeah.
I was saying before is, when I go into a shop, video gaming shop, I have a problem where I get pressured by the sales rep, where they will be offering me like 6 trillion things when you're just trying to buy the one thing that you walked in there for, and be saying, do you want this extra stuff, this DLC that's coming out in 2 months for another $10, we just chucked it in there, we can upgrade your membership, do you want that? No, I don't really want that. But I mean, to actually buy the game that you went in there to get, you have to say yes to make them shut up and let you get out of there. And that's my problem. That's why I end up pre-ordering. Some of it's good, some of it with the pre-ordering, I think you get price savings. I think they say 10%
Normally you just
off.
get extra stuff, but
Yes. Yeah.
Normally it's just like a art book or some figurine and some maybe an extra map or some
That's
I
true.
remember
Extra
back in the
weapons.
day I got a bloody Assassin's Creed 2 pre-order.
Yeah.
That came with the Ezio figurine. It looked cool.
And where's this Ezio figure now?
Still got it?
Yeah, I still got it. It's
I've got a...
back at my dad's place.
Okay, so what's it doing?
It's chilling in its box. Why would I take it out of
Okay.
its box?
Okay, keeping it in mint condition.
Mint condition.
Oh, yeah, I've got a... with Master Chief, it's a tiny little figurine somewhere.
Somewhere
I don't know,
Tiny.
yeah.
clearly has not taken good care
Well,
of it.
I mean, it is small. So that's probably half the problem as to its mislocation.
Not
Master
really.
Chief
If you put it
seemed
in
very
the place where
underwhelming
you'd
in real
remember.
life.
I don't know where he's gone. He's taken off somewhere. He's off to save the universe. But
The Smurfs, probably.
so what you're saying is, with pre-ordering and the extra content you get, are you actually going to make use of that extra content? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm just saying whether it's worth it or not.
No. Well, I think it's dependent on what they're offering. Really,
Yeah.
you
If you're
can't
just, like,
really.
If you're pre-ordering the game just because it's like, oh, it's coming out, I may as well pre-order it, but you don't get anything extra, there's no real point.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, what about okay?
I don't think you can-
I'm gonna use this as kind of like a way to segue into the next topic. It's because we assuming that you all these viewers that are watching or listening in this case, since it's a podcast, we have been doing a series of Splinter Cell conviction videos, and so with Splinter Cell Blacklist actually coming out 20th of August this month, I've been considering getting the game as on its release date or possibly pre-ordering, but I have no need for all the pre-order stuff, so logically I'd say don't pre-order and just buy on release date.
Mhm.
But here's the thing, I don't know whether I should get it on release date and do the let's plays, or should I just wait until it's on sale and buy it for a much cheaper price and not feel like I got ripped off.
Probably. I don't know, considering of how much use I've made of other stuff I've pre-ordered, like the extra content, I think maybe you're right. Just go for the sale.
But this is the sale and buying on release date are two different things. See, when it goes on sale,
Yeah.
it will probably be around December, so around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And if I get it on release date, it's pretty much on release date, August.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be much more expensive this month than in Christmas.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should get it now, kind of thing, or should I just wait? Because if I want to do a Let's Play, you want to get the game as soon as possible and be one of the first people to put it out.
It's true.
Because that's how you get your views, that's how you get your subs. If you're starting channel, that's how I see it anyway.
Right.
I mean, yes,
Or
there
you
are
could
other
just,
ways to get it.
do League of Legends because everybody watches that.
I suck at that game. I've tried that game for like a couple months.
I don't even know how to.
So.
It looked like StarCraft. How do you suck at it?
It's not even
What?
StarCraft. It's not StarCraft.
It looked
You
like
can't.
StarCraft.
It's not StarCraft.
Okay, it's not StarCraft.
It's definitely not StarCraft.
Fine, it's
It's
not.
definitely.
It looked like
It's
the
not
same sort of
Lucas.
art style.
I suppose it does have some real-time strategy to it.
Okay.
All it has is tactics, but like the way you try to kill other people,
Yeah.
completely different.
Yeah. You don't get to control individual units. You control only one thing.
You
then
control
that's
this
your
big
character.
motherfucker
Right.
and try to kill him with all these
Yeah.
other little motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I suck at that game, so I don't play anymore.
Okay.
I still play it because I'm
It's
good.
Matt plays it. I think you actually recently got into it. Not
No, I played it.
in a while.
I started like a few months ago. So, but
Has it been that long?
yeah,
Wow. Time flies.
I've had a friend try to get me to play it.
Yeah.
Main reason I didn't is it didn't work.
what?
It didn't work.
How?
played- Well, it took me about 5 attempts of starting up the client to actually be able to play a tutorial. And
There's your
when I-
problem. You tried to
um,
play the tutorial.
well, okay, no, I mean just I couldn't even connect to the server, so I didn't have much of an option. But
That
anyway,
Bollebrook internet.
I know it's great.
That's absolutely wonderful.
This is me slapping my face. Anyway, so after we got through the tutorial, it said, "Congratulations, victory is yours." I was like, "Yes, great, wonderful." Wasn't overly overwhelmed with it, but
It's because you
crashed.
played the tutorial, as I
know,
said.
but it crashed.
And that's its way of congratulating you.
It was just victory. I was expecting some sort of statistics screen to come up or something, and nope, crashed. Like, ugh.
The statistics for the tutorials, you are 7,000 more badass than everything else because it's the tutorial.
It's the tutorial. But, yeah, I don't know. That's the main reason I didn't do it. I gave up because it didn't function. It just didn't work.
Okay, yeah. I had a similar problem when I first installed League of Legends, and that was like way before it had a lot of the things it does now. I did the tutorial, but at some point, the screen would just go black. It just you'd still hear music and all that,
Yeah.
but you just can't see what's
But
happening
the
on
music's
screen.
the best part.
I can't remember what was played during the tutorial. I don't know if it's actually the music that they play during like official rounds of the game. But yeah, it was very fiddly. I had to install some non-official drivers for my graphics card to get it to work. So yeah.
That's indicator of a good, well
Mm.
programmed
Well, I
game.
mean
Good
that
graphics
was
cards,
on,
man.
well that was on a it was on a now 6-year-old laptop. So
Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. God, my
So, yeah,
laptop
kinda
feels
makes sense.
6 years old now. I bought it like what, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, and it feels 6 years old.
really,
Yeah.
is it that old?
Mine's only about 8 months,
Yeah.
but it's like it was pretty low range, so
Hmm.
it
I don't
feels
know, it
quite
just-
slow. But it's still good. It's still good.
I'm not a technical whiz. What on a laptop needs maintenance, and what can go, bung on it for it to get
The
Maintenance?
fan, but
Yeah, cleaning out the dust, that's probably the first thing if your laptop's getting too hot.
yeah.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
usually things throttle themselves
See,
to prevent overheating.
some people at the club room, man.
Right.
Yeah, some people
You
in the
could-
club
you
room have
could-
like freaking overheating
you mistake
laptops.
their
and-
laptops as like fire-breathing dragons. Gets out of hand.
Yeah, I remember sitting like next to someone with a laptop and it was like blowing out this hot air and my hand was like near it. Because like I had my mouse there and I was like, oh, that's very toasty.
I
Yeah,
specifically,
probably
I
egg
specifically
there.
say to Brendan, which is one of these people who's like, how to train your dragon. which is like a very underwhelming dragon because it's a fucking laptop, but breathes fire nonetheless. But I always tell him to sit to the left of me because his fan is on the left side of his computer, and I do not want my hand to be burned to the bone.
To crisp. To a crisp.
Yeah,
I prefer my hands very, very rare, not well done.
Very, very rare.
I think I've got the same sort of issue with mine at the moment. It used to be reasonable, but of late, I think I need to do some maintenance.
I think you need to just pop open the back and
Yeah.
do a bit of,
Look at the fan, blow some dust
yeah,
off. It's still good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
I mean, some other computer maintenance you can do is, of course, defrag your hard drive and
Oh no, I've done all that.
antivirus.
Yeah, I've done all the
kind of
software
thing.
sort of crap.
Uninstall stuff that you don't need.
Yeah,
Delete system restore points that from 2 years ago.
done all that sort of crap. Software
Done all
stuff's
that, yeah.
done. I just need to have a look at
Okay.
its actual hardware stuff.
Hardware stuff. Yeah. Because I don't think. Yeah. Because you have 8 gigs of RAM for your laptop.
I think it's underwhelmed by its processor. It's integrated graphics and CPU. They're sort of the same chip or something like that. I don't quite know how it works.
I'm pretty sure you should still have a dedicated graphics card in that.
I think so. I really don't know. All I know is that the
Ye-
graphics card and the CPU are always the exact same temperature. And
Okay.
7,000 degrees or what?
94.
Oh, good.
Ooh, that is very, very hot.
Mm.
You know what's fun is if you put a little bucket of water next to your computer,
Yeah, I can
soon
make
enough
tea.
you have. Yeah, exactly.
What?
I
didn't quite catch
don't
that.
even have to leave my room to make tea anymore. I just need to keep a bucket of water handy.
You could also make 2-minute noodles if you really wanted.
That's true. I should,
And
put
if
like
you
a-
if you
I
needed
think-
to keep boiling, you just keep it next to it.
I should
It's like,
install a cabinet in my room for hot watered goods or whatever. Sort
Rightio.
of stuff. Yep.
Well, I think one of your problems is the reason why it's probably running so hot is because you're playing it, you're using it on your bed, and there's a lot of dust there. Potential for dust build-up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll open and have a look. I've never opened a laptop before, so this will be interesting. I'll just be like, what's this thing? I don't need that. I'll just leave that out. I see that happen.
Well, yeah.
No,
Hopefully you. Yeah.
I'll reassemble
you
it.
might-
I know how to take apart things and put them back the way they. Anyway,
As the manufacturer originally intended.
what was our topic? I've completely forgotten.
I was talking about whether I should get Splinter Cell Blacklist on release date or not.
Oh yeah. Did you say there was pre-order benefits with it?
It comes with well, just based on what I remember from the trailers, you get the iconic night vision goggles. You get them in gold instead of green. You get some improved body armor. You also get an extra co-op mission and a multiplayer map, and I think that's about it. Not really much. But I'm not getting.
It's not for
like, I don't-
it's not for the content you're after it for.
I'm after just the game.
Yes.
Because the pre-order content is just.
Well, then it's not really.
It's not worth it.
Not really. You don't need to ask the question. It's yes, if that's all you're.
Well, no, that's the thing. Because I don't know if I should get it on release date. I'm not talking about pre-order. Just get the basic game on release date, pay full price for that, or wait on sale and pay less, but lose the potential to get viewers and subs.
From a let's play. Well, I don't know. It's up to you. Up to you.
It's a tough juggle.
Juggle it.
I might just get it just for the hell of
Yeah,
it.
juggle it.
But that would require finishing Conviction first, because I don't want to just start this new game and I don't think the two games have sort of like a storyline reliance on relies on you having played the previous game to understand this one.
Well, the thing is at least there's no difference in release date, because if it was something like I don't know, like Fire Emblem, where it comes out here, it's just like, oh great, but it came out 10 months ago in Japan. It's like brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't make anything.
Yeah, because that's also another problem about living here. You get games and stuff on a really delayed sort of schedule.
If you like gaming, don't come to Australia.
Yeah, we don't even get
Well,
Saints
you
Row.
could, you could technically. I mean,
How?
you get digital copy. Digital doesn't
Yeah,
take
but
that
I mean,
long to
just the
release.
fact that you got to do all these workarounds to get things to function half as good as how they normally do in other places. It's like
Yeah.
you slap yourself all the time. It's just
No, you want to slap the government.
true.
That's a funny thing because you know the Australian Classification Board. I remember reading comments. Someone actually looked up like their members.
Mm.
All of them are female.
Oh,
All of them, all of what?
All are female.
all are female. I'm not surprised. Well, actually, to be honest, I'm a
Not trying to be sexist.
No,
Just saying.
no. Actually, that does surprise me a little bit because they banned Saints Row 4 on the basis that they tried to use drugs to as an incentive.
Yep.
But they didn't have any problem with like the 2-foot dildo bashing people to death, which is weird. I don't know. That just seems odd.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like Saints Row 4 is now officially allowed in Australia with an MA15 plus rating.
Yeah, but we don't get the anal probe weapon anymore.
No, you actually still get it. It's just part of a DLC.
Oh, but I have to pay for that.
But what they did cut out was a 20-minute mission, which involved the whole drugs used as an incentive. So they cut out that mission, and developers say that it's not gonna affect the storyline whatsoever. So shouldn't be a too big deal. But for me, I'm a bit, the fact that I know something's been cut from there is gonna bug me. It's like I'm missing out on something that everyone else in the world is enjoying. Even New Zealand gets the uncut version.
Even New Zealand. Okay. Well,
So yeah, it's ridiculous. The classification board, some things, man. In other Saints Row news, Saints Row 4 Inauguration Station has been released, so you can already make your president and then import them into the full game once you buy it or get it. So you can download like the demo. Well, it's not really a demo. It's kind of like just like a character creation part of the game.
Oh,
So you
God.
can just play around with
Oh
it.
God, I'm gonna have to do the same thing that I usually do, don't I?
Big buff black guy.
Yeah, I remember talking about this.
Yes,
Yeah.
this was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought as much. Big buff black guy suddenly jailbait. First female president.
Yep.
So many facts.
I have already recorded the first episode. Well, no, actually, I've recorded 3 episodes of Saints Row 3 already.
right.
By yourself? What is this?
By myself with a co-op partner. So I've done a lot more work than I have then with you guys.
What the fuck? You didn't even tell me about this. What is this?
I've heard about it.
I thought I was a part of this team, man.
Well,
He's
do you
moving
have
on.
Saints Row 3 on Steam?
No.
We've just gotta let
No,
him go.
that's
He's
the
moving
reason.
on.
Have you added me on Steam? No. I have sent you an invite like friggin' 3 months ago and I still have not gotten accepted. So I don't know. You don't even use Steam anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not very often. Not
Mm.
very
What's a
often.
Steam?
What's a
It's what happens when you boil a kettle.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
There's
that.
also
That shit's
yeah.
hot.
Oh god, thermodynamics.
Oh, that pun.
Thermodynamics.
Doing
Ah.
it this year.
No, that was the first year unit that I did.
Really? I'm doing it
Was
this
not
year.
fun.
Oh,
There
good.
was a small section of a first year unit that I did.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep. Very small section. I was happy with it.
Mm.
My one
Because
problem.
there was like... No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my one problem with the thermodynamics this year is his eye lectures. He uses the whiteboard a lot. Any lecture that they end up using the whiteboard a lot, it's like, oh shit.
I should be there.
Yeah, but just can't because I mean I prep all my classes and timetable with the thing in mind that I'm not going to have to go to lectures, and so when it ends up that might be kind of necessary, it's sort of like, oh crap.
Well, that's the thing. How can you're assuming that you don't have to go to those lectures,
Well, it's-
assuming that they don't use the whiteboard or some sort of blackboard or a tool to write on.
Mm.
You
Just
guys
because
go to your
past-
lectures?
Yeah, well, just because of the past 1.5 years, it's kind of worked. So
Mm.
There's alternatives.
True.
You just internet and that sort of thing.
Yeah, some of the things that they teach though you just can't find on the internet.
Mm.
Like not like for answers for like very specific sort of questions.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anyways, let's kind of move on. Just like this random related bit of, not really related, but just random bit of news. SimCity, you know that game from EA.
I still play it very often.
You still play it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, yeah. It's coming out to Max, so
Oh, right.
hooray for those people.
That's
Well, it
very
shouldn't
interesting
really
news for us, I guess.
They would already
No.
have it, wouldn't they? Through like fan-made
Ports.
content. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, for Mac people, hooray, I guess.
It's one small step for Apple and one huge leap for Mankind or something like that.
Okay, so
Poor Matt. I need to find new people.
It's
Anyway.
just a shame I don't have any other friends. Oh.
don't worry, mate. You know, you still have us. You know.
Oh my god, I may as well just kill myself. Hang on.
Okay.
All right. Next topic. What I've noticed with all three of us. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. What I've noticed with all three of us is we have been watching TV less and less.
Right.
So I've been thinking, TV. I reckon TV is becoming less and less useful or less important in our lives more than ever
Biased opinion?
as time has progressed.
Biased opinion?
Well,
That's my opinion.
I'd call the very first television when that came out, that would be the least important use. Because there would be like tons of people like, why would I need this? I don't need this.
Hmm.
It's true.
But like now, how much? When was the last time you watched something on TV?
Oh, just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like actually, yeah, I suppose you kind of still do, but like
Yeah, I don't.
not as much
don't
as you used to
follow,
when you were kids.
Yeah, I don't follow things. If that's
In,
what you're getting
in
at.
fairness, I do console games, so I still have to use my TV.
It's true.
Well, aside from that, like I mean, a TV for actually what a TV's originally designed for, which was
Still-
to watch.
Still use that every day, because I've got Top Gear. Need to catch up on that.
Oh, I haven't seen Top Gear in ages. They haven't showed that in Australia in like forever.
You don't have Foxtel, clearly.
Foxtel is a rip-off.
There's your issue.
No, seriously, it is a rip-off. If you compare it to something like Netflix, you're basically getting ripped off for content that, you could probably get for so much cheaper.
Yes, but my parents don't know that, now do they? In fairness, I don't really watch any TV anyway, but it's just like, hey, they have Foxtel, I may as well use it. And get my
Well,
Top
there's
Gear
your
here.
There's the thing, you don't watch much TV, so that's kind of the point that I'm making. You don't watch much TV these days.
But Top Gear.
But Top Gear. But Top Gear. But I mean, you could watch it online
Yeah.
if they have it somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere online you can watch it.
Yeah, probably. But that would be illegal, so I'm not going to do it.
I wasn't implying illegal, but it could be like a legal option.
Mm,
Maybe Netflix.
uh,
But there's no such thing as a Netflix here in Australia for those American listeners, viewers.
All of the American users. Considering what we have, like 5 regular viewers, let's be fair.
Maybe. But yeah, 'cause like they pay like what, $10 a month for Netflix, and they get like access to pretty much everything. And then for Foxtel, it's like what, $72.99 a month, and you get to watch whatever they show whenever they show it. You don't get to choose when to watch it.
Yeah, I guess so.
But with Netflix, you get to watch whatever you want whenever you want.
Yeah, I guess.
And Foxtel has less of a library than Netflix.
But Top Gear.
This is like what, some sort of
it's the only argument he
arguments.
needs.
It's all I have.
What have they done in Top Gear lately? Their challenges are always hilarious. I
Um,
haven't seen it in ages.
they recently had Hugh Jackman on. as like the
Okay,
star in
yeah.
the reasonably priced car. Then he's been doing things with like they went to Spain to go see how they were doing in the financial crisis,
Yep.
and like they decided,
And they had a race somewhere.
well, like they decided to drive 3 budget in inverted commas convertibles
Right.
Convertibles are anything
to like
but for
match
budget.
the feel of the financial crisis because it did hit Spain pretty hard, and their 3 budget convertibles was the cheapest was an Audi R8 V10 convertible. The second cheapest was a Ferrari 458 Spider, and that was £70,000 more than the Audi.
Oh god.
And then the most expensive was a McLaren NPC 12, whatever the fuck that name is.
Wait, so these were the cheapest in quotations?
Budget
Okay.
supercars.
So now it's not like budget convertibles, it's now budget supercar convertibles.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
if they just went to Spain with 3 very flashy supercars, it would just be showing off. So they showed up with budget supercars.
Obviously. They were trying to fit in, obviously.
Clearly.
You know, get a good feel of the economy.
Well, like in the episode, they basically drive around Spain, and there's so many places that are literally deserted. Like all these
Yeah.
housings just got like deserted. There was an entire airport that had been built 5 years prior, and
Yeah.
like nothing. It was just open. You can walk around wherever you wanted,
On an airport.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
and so like it would be called fitting in if there was anybody else to be walking around.
So wait, they could also like walk onto the airstrip and maybe, you know, do a drag race or
They did.
race?
They did. Because like the
Yeah.
airport opened, but then it shut down. So literally, like you could just walk into the airport, walk around, see what's there.
Hmm.
Not much, I assume.
Is it like gone to shit? Like the whole building? Is
Oh,
like
it's-
kinda,
it still
you know,
looks pretty good.
crumbling? Oh, okay.
It looks better than
'Cause,
our
yeah,
airport,
I had-
for God's sake.
Australia.
Australia.
I haven't actually been to our airport at all.
You've
No,
never been
I
to
don't-
our airport. You never left Perth?
Never.
Dude, how do you even know what it's like on the outside world?
The closest I have is international online friends.
This is good enough.
That's yeah.
I've
I've never even been interstate.
I've not been international. I've been interstate. So
I have flown all over the world.
Shit.
All over the world.
there you go.
Wow.
Most of the countries in Asia, all the countries in North America, some of the countries in South America, roughly half the countries in Europe, a couple of countries in Africa, and all over Oceania. So I'm well versed
Wow.
in the world.
Shit.
Wow.
That's handy.
That is a lot of places. You must be
Yeah,
rich.
The world.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not
Because
anymore.
of your friggin' trip around the world in 80 days.
It was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. One day I want to, you know, see what's outside there in the world. One day.
Maybe
One day,
it'll happen.
we will find out what it's like on the outside world.
Yeah.
Grass is greener.
The grass is definitely not greener.
You can hear it from.
You have to
Depends where
get-
you go.
Anyway.
Well, like the thing is, like here in Perth, we could say the grass is going to be like greener on the other side, which it is because let's face it, it's just desert here.
yeah. Well,
But you got to look at Sydney, and Sydney is going to go. The grass will be greener on the other side. No, no,
you've got a pretty green. It's about as green as it's ever gonna
no,
get.
no. Trust me, just stay there. Just don't move. You'll love it over there. See what you have. Don't take it for granted. Just keep it.
Just keep it.
Okay.
Matt, I think your internet is kind of, you know, screwing up, or maybe it's Skype again.
Why is that?
A little bit.
Am I
No,
just
you
talking
sound-
quietly, or?
Oh, it seems to be fixed up now. I don't know what was happening because you were like kind of a little bit
Deep.
dodgy
Okay.
Well,
with
that's
the audio there.
Brilliant.
I was gonna say
Maybe-
deep. I was gonna say it was
Maybe this
impersonal.
could be a short episode of GamerPod today.
I'd rather not. I want to kind of keep things consistent.
Okay.
What consistency? We just like left it out like a month ago.
That's why I want to try and keep it consistent. I don't want that to happen again.
I'm sensing like he's on the verge of exploding if we push him a little bit more.
Oh Jesus, guys, my dog just went. Hang on.
Okay.
Does Matt even have a dog?
I don't know. He's
do.
your friend.
Oh, you do?
I do have a dog.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
anyways, let's kind of, get back on topic.
Okay.
What? Back to my dog?
No, not your dog.
How is your
Um,
dog these days?
Okay, so the topic
It's
is now his
blind
dog.
and deaf.
Oh,
Blind
good.
and deaf.
He's still walking.
Alright.
Anyway.
Alright, so what do you guys think about gaming? Like, has it gotten easier over the years? Just like games in general,
No.
getting easier.
Lag. No.
No, I mean just putting
you're talk-
aside network
If you're talking,
factors and
if you're talking
whatnot.
difficulty, yeah, it's gotten easier.
Yeah, difficulty. Just difficulty.
Difficulty, yeah, definitely easier. Like you got the odd example of like Demon Souls, which was fucking impossible, and Dark Souls, which I still haven't beaten. And
Yep.
but like back in the day, half the games I just could not do, like
Mm.
because they were just too damn difficult. Mainly, well,
I think-
there was an issue with me being like 5 at the time, but
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I
I
think-
think you're remembering him from when you just didn't have the same sort of ability as you do now.
admittedly,
all it
I
is.
did go back. Admittedly, when I like Super Mario 64, there were like a few stars that I can never get, and then I went back and I easily got them.
Yeah.
But some games, I legitimately just haven't finished just because I was bad at them.
Like,
Like, still haven't finished Perfect Dark probably yet, but
ugh.
me being bad, don't mind me.
I think another factor for why games have gotten harder,
Easier.
easier over the time is because games these days are now implementing more regular checkpoints and save things. But back then, games did not have such things as autosave
It's
or
true.
whatnot.
Super
They
Mar-
used to have codes.
But the actual-
Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. All their mate levels. That I still haven't done either.
But, I mean-
I've gotten up to like 8-3, but I still haven't killed Bowser yet. It's a bad.
Well, is the tasks any easier, or I mean the tasks are still of the same sort of caliber. It's just you're not punished as severely for messing up.
Yeah. True.
I also think it might have something to do with the actual people of the generation because people are more busy and all that, so we have like less of a
Oh, you
a
think
attention span
right? So you think
as well.
the programmers, the developers are sort of got a market in mind where they want to make it easy enough to get through, so that you don't have to sit
And then
there
there's
trying
people
to.
like me who speedrun a game over and over again, looking for like the most like. Even though it's incredibly difficult, we still like break the game.
Yeah, it's impossible to make a completely foolproof game in terms of can't be
Demographic.
glitched or
Oh, right.
Not necessarily. Like
Which-
some games are some games are more susceptible to being glitched. Platformers generally very very prone to being glitched. JRPGs tend to be very foolproof. Like
right.
there's still no legit way to get through Tales of Symphonia. That's still a 6.5 hour run, and that's with New Game Plus where you skip the cutscenes. So it's 6.5 hours of like straight gameplay. So
Ooh, there's Matt's audio going again.
Yeah, a little bit.
oh, sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, I have my Audacity. It's fine.
It's true.
Yes, you do. But I don't know if we'll really need it. I mean, it's not to the point where it's completely indistinguishable what you're saying.
How would you even
Okay.
edit that though? Do you have to like go through your entire thing, look for where Matt's audio, when Matt starts talking, cut it out, and then replace it with his?
It'll be roughly the same.
No,
time
it'll
as me,
basically
because-
just replace No, because if I get Matt's audio, then I need your audio, and I'm basically just scrap my recording of your both audio.
Fraps, okay, gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
No,
Your recordings are backup.
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
No.
So, anyways,
There you go, guys. That's
So, yeah,
insight
that's
to how
why-
we record.
yeah, that's how you record podcasts. Well, for us anyway. So yeah, that's why I think gaming has kind of gotten easier in terms of difficulty.
I don't know. I can only really draw on Guild Wars, so I'm gonna do that.
Well, surely you've played other games,
What,
like
recently?
friggin' Assassin's Creed 1.
You know.
Assassin's Creed 1.
Oh yeah.
Assassin's
If you go
Creed
back,
1 was actually pretty difficult, but Assassin's Creed 2 they made too easy,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
I remember Assassin's Creed 1. If you wanted to try and 100% complete it, you would need guides and stuff because I mean, finding all those flags, I think they were.
Excuse me, I did that. I did that legit. All right.
You did that
So
legit.
don't tell me that you need a fucking guide because I did that legitimately.
How long did that take?
Nah,
What
quite a
process?
while.
How did you do it? You would have had to
How
go
did I do
over
it?
every inch of the map and.
Yep, literally every inch. Took
Oh,
me ages.
God.
Especially like the country
That's-
section where to travel between the cities.
It's not
Getting
even
the
a small
105
map.
and that was ridiculous. Yeah.
It's not even a small map. That's
like all I did was I just worked at it slowly, worked out all the positions, and then like what I did was I printed out a map of the area,
yeah.
and then like just slowly just went over sections, made sure like I covered every single part I possibly could.
No, that's dedication.
Like left no rock unturned. And if
Okay.
I did end up missing a bit, like there would be like this unmarked bit on my map,
Yeah.
and I'd be like right there, and I'd go there, and there'd be a flag. So
Okay.
it took fucking forever, man. But
Fucking
I eventually did it.
Jesus.
I eventually did it. So
I mean, that's making the
don't
most out of your
take me to
purchase.
guide.
Well, yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that what you're supposed to do when you buy something? You want to make the
No,
most
you
out of whatever you
Buy a
buy.
game for enjoyment, and I honestly don't find spending that amount of time to collect
I was doing
flags.
100% run, dude. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm a completionist at heart, so I have the tendency to need to get 100%.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
But I think it's where's the entertainment value in it? I mean, there's a self-satisfaction
There's
value.
There's the
I have-
satisfaction.
The satisfaction does it for me. Like the satisfaction that I've just beaten the game completely. Like there was no challenge that I couldn't do. It's just like really nice for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I do agree that when it got to Assassin, didn't they start indicating
Yeah.
the collectibles on the map?
That's like I do a game 100% first time, then I speedrun.
Right.
Like, yeah.
When I 100% something, then I introduce the cheats,
Right.
and then I have some fun.
Okay.
Wind Waker style.
I think, yeah, I do remember Assassin's Creed. I never got that to 100%, but every single one after that, or the releases of Assassin's Creed after that I did, I think it was because they started indicating things on the map more, so you weren't spending several days looking for them. Like something hidden behind a building up on a cliff behind some tree that's, yeah.
I think I'm going to have that issue with Saints Row 3, assuming that they have collectibles, which I think they do.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Because I find collectibles that aren't shown on your map, very, very frustrating to locate, because you literally do need to scour every single fucking inch of that
That's
map.
what I was saying about Assassin's
And-
Creed. That's what it was.
That's what I did in Saints Row 2, but I gave up
Right.
after a while. I just couldn't be stuffed collecting all the CDs. I did all the tagging, but I just couldn't be stuffed doing the CDs. I just gave up.
Yeah.
I don't mind if they indicate where it is, and they might put like a challenge of getting to it. Like, I don't know, it's a hard thing to climb.
Yeah,
Or
that's what they kind of did in Sleeping Dogs. They if you did like a certain mission,
Yeah.
it would unlock the ability to be able to here's a thing that you can collect, and here it is on the map.
right.
Yeah, I thought
And
that was.
in
I
some
thought
cases,
that's a bullshit feature because they had like all the work that I put into doing Assassin's Creed 1 and
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2. You could just go buy a fucking map for it. I'm like, no, this is bullshit. You should have to go and find it. That's the point of a collectible. If you don't have to go and find it, not just here's a map, go look at it. Like, no, I want to find it. Let me find it.
I don't. I don't find that all that entertaining. It's just
I'm an adventurer.
it's tedious. It's too.
It's especially tedious when you're hunting down those last like three or one. That last one.
And then
you're
you
like,
gotta.
I swear I combed every single
And
inch
you
of
gotta
that map.
redo the entire goddamn thing and more precisely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. You have no idea how much I went through. That was Prototype, and Prototype had something like 300 collectibles, all on the island of Manhattan.
Yeah.
And like they
shit,
split
yeah,
it up into
Yeah.
they split it up into 250 just like energy balls, and then 50 hints.
Yeah.
I got the hints.
Yeah.
But there was one energy ball somewhere on that fucking island. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be like an entire day job, but I'm going to go find that fucker.
I think.
And it took me 3 hours, but I eventually found it.
Wow.
See, the good thing about Prototype is you move like, jeez, you like the Flash. You
No,
move about
like
that real quick.
the very first thing I did is like of all the upgrades I had, I picked movement speed
Yeah.
because I just want to travel.
Yeah.
So like
exactly.
first thing I did, sprint, jump, sprint,
Yeah.
glide.
Yeah. Exact same.
This is how we're gonna do it.
Prototype was
That's
fun.
how we roll.
First time I played that
What's funny-
was revolutionary. Well, in terms of my gaming experience, just being able to run up a wall, carrying a car, and then throw it back down at someone. That I don't know.
Like that game's asshole potential is just perfect. Like, the amount of shit you could pull in that game is just amazing.
Yeah.
But like, the fun thing about it for me was like, it was like a sense of a game that I was actually good at, because my mate who's like plays games all the fucking time. It's all he does.
Mm-hmm.
He did this one section over and over again, and he could only get bronze, and my first go I get silver.
Right.
And he's like, "How did you do that?" I'm like, "It's platforming. It's not that hard."
All right.
And he's just like, "What the fuck? What is this?" And he's like, and like this is why he just like kind of gets annoyed at me in some sections,
Mm-hmm.
because there's some games that like no matter how hard he tries, he just can't beat me at it. And it's like Sega Superstar All Star Transform, whatever the fuck the name is. Like so long.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That game, like he struggled to do half the stages on medium, and I was doing like I got to the point where I was doing them on like insanity difficulty, because like I like blitzed through on hard, and he was like, "How the fuck are you doing this?" It's like Mario Kart. This is easy.
Oh, it's just like Mario Kart. It's heaps easy.
But like the thing is that like even at the club room, there's like the Mario Kart Championship,
Oh,
and there's everybody using the manual carts, and I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll just use auto, and I won. So fuck everybody. Like I said at the very start of that tournament, you don't need manual to win, and like it came down to the final race, like because of the point gap between first and second was 6. Like if you got first in a race, you get 6 more points than the guy in second.
Yep.
And in first, second, third, it was like 74, then 2 70s. So whoever got first out of us 3 would win, basically.
Yep.
And the last map was Rainbow Road, and all I did was I just raced. I just like didn't care about those guys. I just went along my course, and they kept knocking each other off. And it got to the point where me and the guy who organized the tournament were just chatting, like, how could I possibly lose at this point? And they're just like, you're going to have to get blue-shelled into the abyss for them to even have a chance.
Right.
Because that's how far ahead I was. I was like half a lap ahead of them by the second lap. I'm like, yep, this is good.
Wow.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
He got so mad because he's like, "Hey Matt, I want to beat you at this game." It's like, "What is it?" Well, it's like Sega All Stars. I'm like, "All right, just tell me how to play." It's just like, that's the go button, that's the turn button, that's like the fire button. So like you shoot items, and
Yeah.
that's the drift button. I'm like, "Oh, okay." First match, it's like first game. He gets like third, I get first, and I beat everybody like 30 seconds. Like, yep. It's like, how are you this good at this game? Like, it's a racetrack. It's It's kind of the same. Same
You're
thing.
just naturally good at racing
I don't know
games.
what it is. Like racing games, racing games I'm good at, but I don't understand why. I never understood.
You know, that's
Maybe
kind of what shoots me with lag when I'm playing my game. People I know over in, well, I know, person I play with over in Italy, he does this, you know, Fractals of the Mist in that game?
Yep.
In Guild Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that, and he's at level 63 or 4 on it or whatever. Something stupid on it. Basically, you end up dying from everything that hits you kills you, so you gotta use reflection and stuff, or you're dead. Anyway, he's at that level on it, and there's a particular boss that's a shaman, and it shoots an arrow at you, and everyone else seems to be able to dodge that fine, and they tell me how to do it. You've got to watch for his animation, dodge it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll try it. Never can do it. Get hit every single time.
And you blame lag.
I blame lag, and the reason for it is he got a Nexus recently, a Nexus 4, a phone, and just for the hell of it, I said, have you got any games on it? And he was like, no, not at the moment. I was like, okay, sure. Let's go Play Store, and we'll just download one. So we looked in top free games, and got, what was it, Subway Surfer? And yeah, I know, crappy game. But point being, the whole thing about that is sort of dodging and avoiding stuff, right? So it's about reaction time and being able to do it. So I thought it was a good test. First attempt, he got 2,000 something. I got 4,000 something. Second attempt, he got 5,000. I fucked up. Anyway, by the end of the night, he sent me 6,000. I sent him 11,000. Next morning, I sent him 23,000. And a couple days later, I sent him 60,000. By that stage, he's just like, fucking, no. And it just shits me.
Yeah.
That lag is that inhibiting with other games.
Well, you've proved to him that it's not you that's bad at dodging. It's
I don't know, network or computer or something. It's just
probably a combination of both.
that's so frustrating.
The thing is like they were showing off Gran Turismo 5 when that came out.
Yeah.
And like this was EB Games, and I just went there, and there was a guy who had been like obviously. Like the guy at the store, the manager of the store, I was friends with, and he told me that guy had been there for a few hours, like trying to get a really good time. And he eventually got a good time, but it was with all like the driver assists on. It's like when I went on, I immediately switched them all off.
Right.
And like took.
Because that's how you meant to drive.
Yeah, because I prefer to drive it natural. Then I look at the map, and I'm like, all right, that seems pretty simple enough. First go, I beat his high score. And he got so fucking mad. I'm like, how did you do that? I'm like, dude, I just raced.
It's the best response, just give him something simple. No advice whatsoever.
But he got so fucking mad at that. I did not understand why.
Well, I mean, I can kind of understand where he's coming from. I mean, he spent hours there getting that time, and then just to have someone beat you at it.
Maybe he was just bad at the game.
A minute.
That's true.
Maybe, but it's still saying the same sort of reaction. It's natural.
Maybe he's bad. Maybe he's bad.
Maybe, but obviously we don't want to accept that fact. If you don't want to accept like you're bad if you weren't good at something like that. Like that might be the initial response, but then hey, it depends on your personality. You might be like, you might be more accepting to that. You're like, yeah, I know I'm not that good at this.
No, like
but
like there are always games that I'm willing to accept that I'm bad at. Like most 2D fighters like Tekken and Dead or Alive, I'll be pretty shit at. I used to be okay at Mortal Kombat, but I've probably lost all of my skill. So games like that I'm pretty shit at. Some RPGs I'm pretty shit at. Yeah. Like eventually, like with most RPGs, I can tend to find a game-breaking tactic that'll just let me win the game. Like I did, not with like the most well-known of the Tales series, but with some other variation of it. Basically, late game, you get this weapon, and it gives you a protection spell that like basically it makes you immortal for a few seconds, so you can't take damage, you can't die.
Yep.
But you get a special like ability for that skill, where like if sometimes when you cast like a protection spell, it'll last the entire length of the battle.
Wow.
So what you do is you get that skill, you apply that ability, spam that ability a few times, then you just can't die.
Jesus Christ.
And there was another one, like, it's called the boss killing method. What you do is you get the mage. There's a specific spell called Tidal Wave, which does a fuck ton of damage, knocks everybody back, no matter like how strong they are.
Yeah.
And like if you apply the right like there's a game mechanic called Overlimit, where if you press the right one, basically, like, you don't have to wait to cast another spell. You can just immediately cast it. And if you use the right variation of it, it doesn't cost any, like, mana.
Okay.
So you're casting all of these huge spells for free. Like, and it's like, then you apply, like, all of these items that'll spam your Overlimit bar until you get up to that level. So you go into Overlimit, spam it, and then your Overlimit bar will rise so much that once you go out of Overlimit, it'll be ready again. So you go back into Overlimit, spam that ability. And he can't, and remember, he's being knocked back, he can't actually fight. And he's taking a fuck ton of damage from this skill, and by the time that you're, like, out of Overlimit, it's already again. So you go back into Overlimit, and you spam that ability. And you just, and, like, the end game boss, it's like 20 levels higher than you if you do what I do and, like, collect all the items when I can. So when I go up against, like, the last boss, I'm his level, but then there's, like, a special final boss after that where he's, like, 20 levels higher. I'm like, oh, fuck, better do the method. Oh, I win.
Yep.
That's how you win game.
That's how you win. Okay. Hey, Matt, do you want to share that thing you did with 4chan? It was spamming Twitter with the specific hashtag.
Oh my god. I remember what it was. This was a while back, eh?
Yeah.
A while back when Twitter was like really getting off his feet. Someone on 4chan decided, hey guys, we really got to go onto 4chan and like, we got to go onto Twitter and troll them. So nobody really knew what to troll them with, and this is like when hashtags was starting to like become a little bit popular. But one of the mods said, all right guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go onto Twitter. We're all going to go hashtag gorilla penis. On several different like celebrities and stuff. Many different celebrities. And oh god, I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who
it was I forgot her name. Damn it. She was like in Charlie's Angels, I think.
Oh, it was Cameron Diaz, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Cameron
her.
Diaz.
That's her.
So like I decided to join in the raid. So I went to Cameron Diaz's Twitter and I put, hey guys, look at this, hashtag gorilla penis. And Cameron Diaz ended up retweeting me, going, it's very brave for you to do that. And I appreciate it. And I just, like, I retweeted it back. It's like, so that's appreciating my bravery or appreciating the gorilla penis? Hashtag gorilla penis.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty funny. And, Twitter has ended up banning hashtag gorilla penis. Like, it's that specific hashtag as well. It's like, what?
So yeah, if any of you Twitter users ever have the need to use hashtag gorilla penis, you know why it doesn't work.
I'm pretty certain that they might have lifted the ban because, like, this was, like, bear in mind, a few years ago. So I reckon they might have forgotten about it and, like, lifted the ban. But
maybe.
I just find it funny to be going through their policy agreement, and then somewhere down in it, in all that writing, it says,
you must not post hashtag gorilla penis.
Yeah. Like if you control F the policy, that'll come up.
You know what's going to be a little bit weird to explain is if my parents overhear me talking. Matt, why are you talking about hashtags and gorilla penises? It's a bit hard to explain, Mom. Twitter. Twitter, that's why.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and yeah, so Twitter had to like take down their entire kind
Yeah,
of
they had to
server
shut down the server. Um,
for
for
maintenance.
Maintenance.
for maintenance, and then suddenly all hashtag gorilla penises were just gone, which I'm sad about because I had a retweet from Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, and then I think also you mentioned like some guy from 4chan actually took a snapshot of your tweet to Cameron Diaz and her reply.
This is like, yeah,
And
who is
actually-
this anon?
yeah.
Because this guy is a legend, and I'm like, cool. I got noticed. But I didn't post up. It's just like, yeah, that was me because I'd just be called faggot born or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And no one would believe you
Exactly.
anyway.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this with pride. I'm going to take this with dignity and like be humble, and I'm not going to say anything. So
Yeah. And then just watch all the other people trying to claim that they were the one that
Yeah,
Did
did it.
anyone do
basically.
that?
oh yeah, people claimed, and no one
Yeah.
believed them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna take this with quiet responsibility. Of
Hmm.
course, unfortunately, no one could prove it anymore because I'm like that image is never shown on 4chan. And I'm pretty sure no one has kept it because people clean out their B folders. I know it's rare, but they do keep like stocks of what happens
You
in their
should
folders.
you should have taken a screenshot of it yourself,
Yeah,
you
but
know, for like a trophy.
Oh well, yeah. I can just keep it as like, yep, that's what I did.
At least you have the
I had the
experience
story.
slash
I
memory.
had the story, and no one can take
Yeah.
that away from me.
Yes, that's right. So it's almost time to wrap it up. So maybe just one more topic.
So what do you guys think of
Um,
gorilla penises? You left
was
yourself so open for that one.
Yeah.
No. Well, we were talking about this earlier. What do you guys think makes a good Let's Play?
I don't know. I don't think we've ever made one.
Like personal experience, I couldn't say.
I think a let's play should not be taken too seriously.
Yeah.
Like, the
definitely
first
something.
thing like is I don't mind them being idiots because like I watch people like Game Grumps because like they just like deliberately don't look at the controls and then they're like, oh, what do I do? Oh. And you know, that's like that for me is comedy, and I appreciate that more than like them just trying to get through the game as far as possible, because
Yeah.
like it's the experience that I appreciate more.
Hmm.
But yeah, except for speedruns. Speedruns you can go through as fast as you can because speedrunners tend to like go through as fast as they can, but they can still talk.
That is
Like
amazing.
you look at the best explanation of this I can say is there's a guy called I Ate Your Pie. That's his Twitch name, and he runs like Paper Mario, like the original Paper.
I think you already said
Yeah.
this before.
Oh yeah, and he's Old Man River Skips. Old Man.
Yeah, that's him.
I might have told you that in like the club or
Yeah.
something.
The previous
No,
Previous
that's
podcast.
previous,
Yeah,
previous GamerPod. That's what you mentioned in, which will be out tomorrow.
fair enough.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, well,
like a week ago.
So well, we're fucking.
well, it was out last week. If you're listening now, oh god, I just confused
Yeah.
myself.
We're really
Time warp.
traveling through time now, aren't we?
It's out
Oh,
tomorrow,
freaking-
which
yeah.
last week. Tomorrow last week. Good.
Well, tomorrow at this time of recording.
Last week.
Do you remember that
In a
part?
month's
when
time.
Do you remember that part when none of us are funny?
No, I don't.
Yeah. You mean okay, never mind. Do you wanna call it?
Have we actually finished the topic? Because we haven't exactly gone into it too much. Just Matt just made his one point.
Yeah.
Did you want to contribute?
No,
Aaron?
because I've actually completely forgotten what the topic was.
Brilliant.
What makes a good Let's
Oh,
Play?
that. Okay. No, I've got no idea. I don't know. What do you do with a Let's Play? I think Yeah, I don't like watching the ones where they've sort of got everything sort of pre-planned for them. I think I'm just going to be repeating what Matt said, so I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just don't go into it with a plan, because
So basically winging it.
yeah, I think winging it works. If you, I don't know, it depends on you, I guess. How good you are at winging it.
I think what it mainly depends on is how good you are at thinking of topics on the spot. Because what I've noticed when I do sort of solo let's plays
Yep.
is that I tend to run out of topics to talk about, and then I become quiet because I can't think of anything else to really talk about.
Yeah,
So I'm
That's
just
when you
kinda
have to
hope-
like be like master of reactive comedy, where you like react to what's happening in the game rather than like having a lot of preset stuff to talk about.
Prize games don't
What-
always throw up stuff to.
Yeah, exactly.
react
That's the thing.
to-
You
That's-
played fucking Saints Row 2. There should be a lot of comedy in that.
I did play it, but I did not do a let's play of that.
Lol. You should be. Why didn't you, bro? What is this?
Because I did not do it. Because have you played the PC port for that game? It was terrible. If I tried to record it, it would crash.
That's true.
It would probably
That's
crash.
true. That's true.
And I did not want to go through the hassle of recording something that would have the potential to crash in the next 5 seconds.
Quickest let's play ever.
It's like, oh, hey guys. Oh.
It's not a let's play. It's a let's stop.
It's a literally let's stop.
Speaking of let's stop,
Alright. Yeah.
That segue, man.
Speaking of this, that really good segue. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed listening. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Share this with your friends as per usual, and we will see you again next week.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Still is
Cannot
just
beat
not-
the trolls.
it cannot beat the trolls, because what would happen is the trolls will just downvote the good people, or the trolls will, what what How did I fail? I don't understand.